Hi, I'm Amanda of Inspiring Inkin. Welcome to my craft room. In today's video we're going to be making this Christmas box. So let's turn the camera around and get crafting. So here is the box in close-up. It opens at the front and I've actually decorated the inside as well, which is really lovely. So I'm just going to show you some of the products that we're using today. There's quite a few different things and things that you might have missed in the catalogue, so I just wanted to draw your attention to those. So the first thing is the patterned paper. It's from the Autumn Winter catalogue and the Brightly Gleaming suite. With the papers, you always need to see them in real life, because as good as our photography is, it's never quite the same as seeing something like this that is so sparkly. All of the foiling on this is copper, and then they're like a matte finish on the back. That's all I've got left of the star one. And you can see obviously these are my standard sheets that I've been cutting into, but they're all 12 by 12 and you get 2 of each of the patterns, 6 designs in a pack. So that's the paper that I'm using. And then this Merry and Bright stamp is from this stamp set, which I really love this because I'm always looking for greetings to go with existing stamps, and this is brilliant. I've used the Merry and Bright here. I've been using this from Our Home to Yours a lot. That is going to be fabulous for Valentine's Day. And this is such a lovely sentiment too. So a really lovely set. It's called Everything Festive. Then this tag is from a kit. And if I just get the annual catalogue, I will show you. It's called the Tags and More Accessories Kit, and it's £8.25. And you get so much stuff in this kit. So let's start out. You've got 3 reels of baker's twine, and this is the thick baker's twine. You've got all these copper library tags, some copper washi tape, which is really cool, and then you've got all of these tags. And the colours in it are Blackberry Bliss, which is there. You've got Coastal Cabana, Granny Apple Green, Pretty Peacock, and Terracotta Tile, which is that one there, and white as well. So if you're thinking about packaging up gifts for Christmas or for birthdays, this is really lovely, and it's a great kit just to be able to make your packaging a little bit special. So I am just going to look through and see if I can find the one that I need for this project, which I've put to one side and now I've lost. There we go. Right. So let's get that little bit of stamping done first. And Merry and Bright. And Pretty Peacock ink. There we go. So that's the only stamping on the whole card. Card? It's not a card, it's a box. The only stamping on the box. And I'll just pop that to one side. So we're going to start out with a piece of cardstock that is 8 inches by 11 inches. And don't worry about writing all the measurements down. If you scroll down, whether you're on my blog or on YouTube, you will find that all the measurements are listed out there for you. So with the 8-inch piece at the top, you're going to score it at 1 inches and 7 inches. And then you're going to turn it around, so the 11 inches at the top, and you're going to score at 1, at 5, at 6, and then at 10. Okay, so that is all the scoring. Put the scoreboard down. Now you want to make sure that you burnish all of these score lines using a bone folder. It's really important so that you can fold the box later. And talking of the box, I am sure you need to know what size this is completed. So let me just get my scoreboard out. And it measures 6 inches by 4, and it is about 1 inch tall. Okay. You're going to make 4 cut lines on your box. So you're going to make 2 there, and opposite them 2 there as well. And then these 4, so you've got 4 squares left. What we're going to do with these is we're going to score from the centre point to the outside edge. Now there are several ways that you can do this. You can just get a ruler and use your bone folder and score along. You can use a trimmer if you want to. What I tend to do is bring my Simply Scored back in, and I get the point of my bone folder and find a groove and then line up the point there like that. So you're making a triangle. So do that again, line it up and go to the top. And then the last one. You're doing this a bit blind because you're just trying to make sure you stay in the groove, but it works. Okay. So that is all of the scoring and all of the cutting, and what I am going to do is I am just going to squash these triangles a little bit and flatten them out just to make sure that everything is kind of going in the right direction. And you'll be able to see as I'm folding this how this box is going to go together. So that piece is going to go in, and then this is going to be the lid. So before I assemble the box, I'm actually going to stick the patterned paper on. It's easier to work with the box when it's flat. And actually, if you wanted to make a bunch of these, doing that and then just sticking it together right at the very end is a really good way of working. So I have put 3 patterns on the front and the 2 insides, so I can do that quite quickly. And again, these measurements will be on my blog and on YouTube, but the measurements are 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. So there's one for in there. One for there, and then one for the front. Or the top of the box, really. And if you find yourself, oh, I'm not sure which one was the top of the box again. The top of the box is where you've got the cut pieces. And the base of the box is where you've got the folded triangles. So now we're going to put these pieces on. So these are the edge pieces. So the long pieces, you've actually got 3 of them, I think. 1, 2, yeah, 3. And they are 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. And again, those are these 3 here. You can see how much easier it is to try and pop it down when it's flat. So much easier than trying to hold a box like this and glue it. Try not to put glue on the top of your box. Okay. So I'll just move that across. This is why I make mistakes. Then you'll go, oh yes, I really shouldn't glue on top of the box. I should glue on the pattern, on the grid paper. There we go. So there's that one. And then we have got 4 pieces that are 3 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch. And they are going to go 2 there and 2 there. So that's these 2 and these 2. Obviously I've gone for quite a monochrome type of colour palette. I've just gone with the Pretty Peacock and the copper foil, but of course you can do this with all sorts of colours and patterns. I am sure in your stash somewhere you will have some beautiful patterned paper that you could use to decorate a box. If not, and you want this paper, then do click on the shopping links. Whether you're on my blog or on YouTube, you'll be able to scroll down and click on the links. Now this brightly gleaming paper, this is Autumn Winter 2019. It keeps coming in and going out of stock because everybody loves it. So it is one of those things that you have to be patient and wait for it to come back into stock so that you can get your hands on it. But you can always send me an email and I can stalk the website for you and let you know when it has arrived back in stock. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is assemble the box. So these 2 tabs here are the very front of the box, and I'm just going to cut a sliver of card, like a little triangle, off both of these so that when I fold it up, it's going to look nice and tidy. So I'm going to put glue on here. Obviously, if you prefer double-sided tape, use double-sided tape. I wouldn't use snail or a tape runner. For 3D things, they're just generally not strong enough. But you guys know me. I use Tombow for everything. Okay, so that's my lid done. And then these little triangle pieces, you're going to put glue on the inside of them so they stick together, and then on the piece nearest the centre. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue there and a little bit of glue there, and then basically you're going to push it in and squash it down. And I'm hoping that, although I can't actually see what's happening, you can. Okay, so again, exactly the same. So a little bit on the back, and a little bit here on the inside, and then that will squash down. It's coming together. Just fold that back because then you'll be able to see a little bit better, hopefully. So a little bit of glue on that triangle there, and a little bit here to stick that together. So that is going to go down like that, and again, and then I'm just going to hold this. Now I did get a comment on one of my videos the other day about using pegs to hold things together, and that's just genius. These have stuck really well actually, but you know, like a little clothes peg, that would really work. Actually, those library clips, see, they'd work. I love these are very cute. But just to hold it together, because sometimes you want to go on and do other things and you're sort of stuck holding it. Okay, so look, then that just slides over there like that. What a cute little box. So to decorate it, I've already done my stamping. I've got a piece of copper foil here. Now, on the original one, you see I've got the little flag ends. Obviously, you can do this with a pair of scissors. And what you do is you cut up and then you cut like that and like that. Okay. I don't do that. So I've got a punch, and this is the triple banner punch. And my cardstock just goes in there and it punches, and it does it perfectly every time. So that's what I do. And then that's going to go in there like that. Nearly finished. So let's put a little bit of Tombow on there like that. And dimensionals, pin this down. And what I would say is, if you are going to make these up and leave them flat, I wouldn't put the embellishments on, but you could make the embellishments up to this point, and then just stick them on when you're ready to go. So let's just pop that on there like that. So there we go, all finished. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this video, making a Christmas gift box. All of the measurements and a list of all of the products, along with links to my online store, you can find by scrolling down either on YouTube or on my blog. I'd love if you subscribe to my blog, which is www.inspiringinkin.com, and to subscribe to YouTube, and do leave me a comment. I answer each and every one, and I love to hear from you. Take care. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.